This is the part 5 of my video about future of our civilization. It is about carnivore lifestyle, not only carnivore diet, but carnivore lifestyle. So carnivore diet is based on consumption of animal products. It's animal meat. It is especially good meat. It is from lamb, goat, antelope, deer, and cows. And also it is other meat is promoted like pork, chicken, duck, fish, and eggs. A lot of eggs are considered maybe the most nutrition, the most healthy food, and some part of dairy and animal fat. It's again because fat is much higher in calories. You can consume not so much fat, but yet the diet is based on the use of fat as a source of energy. So focus should be on fatty meat. So fat should be not added, but should be in the meat. And the best source of healthy fat is eggs, dairy, and eggs. So carnivores are animals that eat meat, and following carnivore diet is very useful, very good for human body. For obese people, are getting improving, and they reduce content of fat in the body. Here is a good example to follow carnivore diet plus exercises. And carnivore diet, with carnivore diet, people are getting enough of of cholesterol, and cholesterol absolutely necessary to produce hormones, and together with also with proteins, animal-based proteins. Proteins are necessary not only to build muscles, but to produce enzymes, and for our immune system are absolutely necessary to get enough proteins. There is some yet problem with with carnivore diet or ketogenic diet. This problem that we need pardon, we need electrolytes. We need electrolytes, and in particular, we need potassium. Potassium, in estimation, we need as much as twice of sodium, and potassium very important supplement. But in meat and fish, even if it has a ratio about 1 to 1 of to sodium, yet potassium is not enough. So the only way to get potassium, to my opinion, and what I'm using, it is to use supplements. In particular, potassium chloride, which is can be added to table salt, and in some sense, magnesium chloride and magnesium sulfate, it is salt, so Epsom salt. Another some small disadvantage of the carnivore diet, that if we follow, for example, I follow carnivore diet, the acidity in the stomach is high enough to digest all, to split all the proteins to amino acids, and also fatty acids are split further in the in the small intestine, split to fatty acids, and it is all digested, nothing coming to the large intestine. It is actually empty. So there is nothing coming out. There is no products which are not digested. Everything is digested. But in the large intestine, we have a lot of bacteria. Mostly, if we follow carnivore diet, these are friendly bacteria that we need. These bacteria to produce vitamins, to produce short chain fatty acids, which are very helpful, especially for health of our epithelium layer in the guts. But if we have not enough food for friendly bacteria, then this friendly bacteria will consume mucus, the layer, protecting layer of mucus in the guts. On the inside of the guts, and this can be not so healthy. So what I'm doing in particular, that ketamine in mushrooms, but also in seafood and even in insects, can be a source of of food for friendly bacteria. Another source of food, very convenient, it is so-called resistant starch. Resistant starch, a starch which cannot be splitted by enzymes in our small intestine or by saliva, so it gets directly to the large intestine, and bacteria in large intestine split this resistant starch to pieces, to sugars, and this sugar they use as food and producing this fatty acids and some vitamins, even proteins. So it is very helpful for keep our guts healthy. For example, and about resistant starch. Resistant starch for people who live in Bangkok and Thailand is cassava. Cassava starch. Cassava starch is the most has the highest content of resistant starch. So the starch which is go and can be used as food for friendly bacteria in the large intestine. In another source, as I said, it is mushrooms. So consumption, regular consumption of resistant starch plus some amount of mushrooms from time to time is very helpful. Here we see this powder of the tapioca or cassava starch. Okay, again, following a carnivore diet is absolutely important to grow muscles. With a carnivore diet, it is relatively easy to grow muscles if to add resistance training. But if a person go to the gym, do the same resistance training, but don't follow carnivore diet, then he accumulates excessive amount of fat. It is not healthy at all to follow carbohydrates-based diet if you want to be healthy. Okay, and I would say that bodybuilding is nowadays is quite popular, but what we have to pay attention, so that modern bodybuilding is based on artificial hormones, both testosterone and growth hormone. So these anabolics are not, they create large muscle mass, large volume of inner organs, but as soon as you stop injections of these hormones, then all your body deteriorates because your body already not producing growth hormone, not producing testosterone. So your body, and if people stop injections of the large doses of these hormones, the body is getting absolutely unhealthy and very bad looking. So also another danger that bodybuilders can die young, even in age as young as 22 or 46. Again, the problem is such that volume of inner organs is growing with these hormones, and it is not healthy. It is not healthy. At least, at least amount of these artificial hormones should be reduced to stay healthy, and the resistance training should be combined with endurance training. But okay, here again an example that if a professional bodybuilder stop using hormones, injection hormones, the body is changing, so not to the better side. But meanwhile, even in older age, it is possible to keep a good shape. It is possible to keep large muscle mass and be very healthy. So we see here some bodybuilders, professional bodybuilders, in age of 30 and age of 60, they look relatively the same. The muscle mass is relatively the same as in young age. So, and I'm not sure that these older people stop using synthetic hormones, but at least you see that better to keep a large muscle mass. It is very much better for health, actually, because muscles are not only the storage of protein which we need to produce enzymes for our immune system and etc., but also muscles are producing some substances which we need or which we much need in older age to keep our health to live long. Okay, then this part is over.